Hi everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day. Before we get started, hi, my name is Teresa and I welcome you all to my channel. If you're new here and you like all kinds of unboxings, you like getting ready with me with some scary ghost stories, I do Monday Mess Ladies Collab, I do Tongue Twister Thursday, I do Fun Fact Friday, I do Animal and Nature Clips, and guys, I do more. I do random more than just beauty on this channel. Now if you're interested in all the content that I just said, then please consider hitting the subscribe button down here on the bottom. When you hit the subscribe button, there will be a bell. And when you hit the bell, you'll be notified of when I upload my new video. So today, guys, is get ready with me and some scary ghost stories. Woohoo! I hope everybody's having a good day, and when you be seeing this, it'll be late at night, because what's a good story? A ghost story, that is, late at night. Get a little scared, then you can't sleep. Anyways, I have a new background here. Hopefully it's working out for you guys. I will eventually be working on that. I'm doing it, slowly. So, what do you guys think? Don't mind the window. Don't mind the window. But yes, today is Get Ready With Me and some scary ghost stories that I'm going to share with you. And the palette that I'm going to use, I actually got this from Ulta. Thanks to Miss Tiffany for giving me a gift card to purchase a couple of things. Plus I did a little bit of add-ons myself. The palette that I got is called the Revolution Makeup Revolution of London, and this is what the palette looks like. Sorry about the glare. It's a really pretty palette. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to take the little plastic thing off from here. And I'm just going to bend it back, and that is what the colors look like. They're absolutely gorgeous, if you can see that. And I'm not for sure what I'm going to start off or how I'm going to do this, but it's going to be fun, right? It's always fun when you're talking to Teresa, I hope. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this primer all over my eyes. I did just get this. It's about a month and a half ago. It's the Beauty Crop Stuck on You. I'm just going to put that all over my lids here. And that's what it looks like here. Let me see it. There we go. Just a little cream. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and I like using my fingers to put the primer on. So I'm just going to put it all over my lid and upper lid and corners. So is everybody having a good night? I hope you all are. It feels good to know that summer is here. Might pull a bit more on the other eye because that one looks like it's getting a little bit more. But it's been cooler here. Like it's last night was really chilly. Like, it felt like a fall day that I needed to wear my hoodie. Today is in the 70s, and then it's going back up just a little bit in temp, which is nice. It'll be back up in the 80s. So, what's your guys' weather like? You guys getting a lot of rain too? Because we've been getting rain and storms and cold weather. It's just been really, really crazy. How's your guys' weather? You guys getting a lot of rain? Sunshine? Hurricane season's here, so midst of getting a hurricane or a tropical storm, let me know in the comments down here. Let me know what your weather's like. Alright, so I gotta get my brushes out because I forgot to get my brushes out. Of course, Teresa, get with the program. So don't mind me. And I just dropped one. Hopefully I didn't need that one because I'm not picking it up. Alright. So we're going to do like a all over color with this brush right here. This brush right here. And let's see. I'm going to use this right here. This brown right here. I'm just going to use that all over my lids. So let's go ahead and see how that turns out. Well, it's called Flame, so I guess it's like an orangey color. We're going to try to create another beachy, summery look. How's that sound? That sounds good to me. So I'm just going to put this all over my eyes. Usually I do a lighter color, but this will work. All over my lid. And sometimes my eye looks don't come out because I'm supposed to wear glasses. You know how hard it is to, like, make sure that that the whole eye is covered? It's pretty hard. I used to wear contacts, but they irritate my eyes, so I have to wear glasses. Yeah, it's not a bad color. I like the color. It's a really pretty color. But I just like to put it all over my eyes. And that's how I did when I, you know, of course I'm an 80s child, 90s child, and you know how our makeup used to look back then. Nowadays, everybody's just like so fancy with them. Like, dang, that's really pigmented. Look at that, guys. Whoop, almost got my eyebrow. Look how pigmented that is. That is some bright eyeshadow. Oh, not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and start with the crease, and then we're going to get with our first story. I know you guys are excited about that because I know I am. I love reading these stories. I forgot to show you what the book looks like. If you're new here, I will do that here in a sec. Get my next. Alright, so in the crease of my eye right here, I'm going to do I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to do the yellow. Let's do the yellow like a sun, like a sunset, right? Do that. A lot of fallout with this palette, but it so far very, very pigmented. Oh, except you're not going to see that yellow. I don't think. Oh, there we go. Just going to blend it in. It's going to look like a sunset to me. I'm not going to have any blue, so it's basically going to be like a sunset, like over the ocean. You just won't see the water. I got water on my head. Hey, there's blue. I know a lot of people don't like yellow. Yellow is a very different color. I've never wore yellow before. Woo! It's gonna look like a hot mess, but it'll look better when I get done. And I get all my other makeup on, and yeah. You guys see? You see it? Woo! Alright, so before we go on to the next color, let's go ahead and read a story, because I like stories, especially when they're scary. Alright, so we left off on a little campfire lights at Maryland Heights. And this takes place in Jefferson County. Jefferson County, there's a lot of history down there too. And I guess this is what the Maryland Heights looks like. Some guy standing there. That's what it looks like. So let's go ahead and read. In May of 1862, Union troops built a defense on Maryland Heights, the highest mountains overlooking the town of Harper's Ferry. It would become the grounds for the first battle between Union and Confederate troops in Maryland, September 12th to 15th of 1862. The battle on the mountain lasted 9 hours, beginning at 6:30 a.m. on September 13th, 1862, and ended with the Confederacy forcing the Union troops to abandon their position on Maryland Heights and descend into Harper's Ferry. As part of the Harper's Ferry battle, the Confederate Army had 39 killed. The Union had 44 killed, many dying on the mountain. The land around the battlefield is for the most part quiet now. However, hikers on the Maryland Heights Trail, where the soldiers battled, have watched with fascination as a soldier or two shows up on the path. Believing them to be either reenactors or ardent Civil War buffs, they are stunned when the figures completely vanish. An occasional gunshot rings out in the air, and twinkling lights, perhaps from a ghostly lantern on fire, have been known to catch the eye. And here's some more pictures here. See those? And under the pictures, on this top one, it says, Soldiers at Harper's Ferry, Maryland Heights. Maryland Heights Trail rigorous climb. And it says, you can get a spectacular view of Harper Ferry's Maryland Heights, and perhaps, if lucky, you will see a ghost. A view of Maryland Heights from the tip of Harper's Ferry called the Point. And then it says, an older man living in the community knew the history of the building. He told her that during the Civil War and right before a battle, an officer sent an inexperienced Confederate soldier across the river to spy on the Union troops. While he was walking near the home on Potomac Street, he was questioned and, in fear, panicked. The soldier dashed to the house and rushed up the stairs to hide. Just as he opened a doorway at the top of the stairs, an officer who had been watching from the window shot the young Confederate soldier point blank, sending him crashing down the staircase. Now his ghost comes back once in a while to relive the horrible moment he died, and a shudder of doors and a bang and crash down the steps. That's scary. All right, so our next story is called Crying Baby. But let's go ahead and finish up some of this eye look. Crying baby. Ooh, and that's also in Jefferson County. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this little brush right here. I'm going to do this red right here. It might not come out red, but I'm going to just like paint it a little bit like right here on the ends here. And see how that turns out. Just like that. How does that look? Got small eyes. Small hooded eyes. Try to make it look like a sunset. Something like that. And then we'll take the yellow again. Yellow. And just go back over this way. And I'm just going to blend them all together here soon. That'll look like. That look. And let's put a little bit of sparkle. We're going to put this wildfire right here. Pretty. I'm just going to give it a little bit of sparkle, like little stars or something. I think that would be cute. What do you guys think? Like, put it like right up here in my eyebrow. And I'm by no means, I say this all the time, I am not a professional. So, I'm just doing this out of my head. What do you guys think? You like it? Did it come out good? You hope so. And then I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to blend it in a little bit. What do you guys think? I'll probably do a little bit of touch up when I get off camera. But let's go ahead and read. I'm put it right. It's a little bit down there. Let's go ahead and read one more story, and then I'm going to go off camera, and then I'm going to do something with all this, and I will be back to read another story and send you on your little happy way, right? No. All right, so let's go ahead and read a story. All right, one more story here. And it's called The Crying Baby. It's also in Jefferson County. And I guess it happened in these little buildings here. So here's some buildings. And it says, people often comment that they hear a baby's cry on the third floor of the brick building just to the right of the historic stone steps. So it would be that one right there. Sorry, I can't read. Woo. In a 1989 Washington Post article about the ghost tours in Harper's Ferry, a young woman reported that on a walking tour, the group scattered in a panic after hearing the baby's cry while standing outside listening to the guide talk about the ghost history. Let me make sure because I don't want to skip any pages. Okay. During the siege of Harper's Ferry, a baby was killed by the shelling in the vicinity of the building. As told in a memoir of Annie Marmorian, who was 8 years old and living near the building during the battle, its soft whimpers have lingered, a ghostly reminder of the horrors that even impacted civilians during the Civil War. And under the picture, and I'll show you the picture, says, and under fire, Annie P. Memorian, that then an 8-year-old, resided in Memorian Hall, tenement homes along Public Way next to the Harper House, as seen in the upper part of the picture, with her family during the entire conflict. They were just above this brick building front. Her father was a doctor and stayed to attend those who did not leave. She writes this in her memoirs and is believed to be the ghost baby. Houses are destroyed in various parts of the town, and in one that the shell first kills an infant in his mother's arms, then wounds the mother. Image Harper Ferry's National Historical Park after restoration of buildings. And that's what it looks like. Creepy. Could you imagine? That's really sad. Just hearing a child crying, and a ghostly child. That's really sad. I heard one in my... Oh, well, I didn't hear it. My brothers could hear a baby crying, or my parents could, one of the two, hear a baby crying in my brother's room. The baby had passed away, and you could hear its phantom cries. Alright, so the story that I'm stopping on, and then we'll come back and read it, is called Father Michael Stays Behind, also in Jefferson County. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off here. It'll only take you guys a half a second and I'll be back, but it's going to take me a while because I got to do something with this mug of mine. Alright, I'll see you in a few. Hi, guys, I am back. I went ahead and I touched up my eyeshadow look. Does it come out good? Does it look like the sunset? Does it look pretty? I think it came out beautiful, guys. To me, it did. So I went ahead and also put on my foundation. I put on my primer. I put on my lipstick, my highlighter, my mascara, and my eyeliner. And I don't think the look came out that bad. And blended it in a little bit. I'm impressed. I even did something with my hair. Guys, I think I'm going to let my hair grow out because I'm not liking this new short hairdo. I don't know what it is. And I got my earrings in. And yes, let's go ahead and read another story. Are we ready for another story? Because I know I am. I am. All right, guys. So our next story is called Father Michael Stays Behind. St. Peter's Catholic Church has been a powerful icon above Harper's Ferry since its completion in 1833. There is no doubt the deeds of those who worked inside its walls were just as prominent. One such person was Father Michael Costello, the priest at St. Peter's from 1857 to 1867. He would find himself in the center of battle when he was only 28 years old. not only during the raid by John Brown, but later when he stayed in the city during the Civil War. It is the only church in Harpersbury that remained after the war, an achievement credited to Father Costello. When the town would come under fire, he flew a Union Jack flag above the church to show neutrality. And it shows you a picture of that church right there. Pretty neat. I like old churches. Father Costello would watch the battles play out from atop the hill and under fire. During the raid by John Brown, he was allowed to attend a dying man, giving him last rites. His story is told through a letter sent to Father Harrington at All Hallows College. And this is what the letter says. I suppose you have heard about the invasion made by northern abolitionists to liberate the slaves of Virginia, and as an account from me may not prove uninteresting to you, I shall give you a short sketch of it. On the night of the 16th of October last, a party of the abolitionists came to Harpersbury, and while the citizens peacefully slept, they took possession of the United States Armory Rifle Works and Arsenal. Next morning, when the inhabitants awoke, they were surprised to see parties of armed men patrolling the streets. And as some of them attempted to pass to their employment, they were taken prisoners by the insurgents and marched into the armory, where they were placed under guard. As soon as the object of the insurrection became known, the citizens prepared to defend themselves and drive away the invaders. Accordingly, armed with any old guns they could find, they shot at the enemy who appeared in the streets, and the invaders, returning their fire, mortally wounded one of the citizens. The wounded man being a Catholic, I was called to attend him, and as I had to pass through the insurgents on my way, when I started, I had very little hope, and that they would allow me to pass, as they were making prisoners of all they could catch. However, they allowed me to attend the dying man. I administered to him the last sacraments, and he died soon after. During the day, volunteer companies came from every direction to the aid of the inhabitants, and the firing continued without intermission, several of the invaders and 4 of the citizens losing their lives. At night, I attended another member of my congregation who was dangerously wounded. Meantime, a company of the United States soldiers arrived from Washington and was immediately drawn up in front of the engine house, into which Osawatomie Brown and his followers with their prisoners were finally driven. Michael A. Costello, letter to Father Harrington, All Hallows College, February 11, 1860, Archives of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Richmond, transcribed by Christopher C. Fennell. And that was the letter to the guy. And then it says, it is no surprise that such a elegant... Oh, let me read that again. I am so sorry. It is no surprise that such elegance would leave their mark on the land and church. Visitors walking up these stone steps past the church and along the Appalachian Trail to Jefferson Rock have seen the image of a man in a friar hat making his way along the walkway. There has also been a priestly figure who appears to be focusing hard on a book before he turns along the northern exterior and vanishes right into the stone wall, most likely adored before church refurbishments. There is no doubt that it is the heroic priest who was given a chance to go back to Ireland during the war, but refrained in order to stay with the war-scared people of his parish. War-scarred of people who perished. He passed away only 2 years after the war ended and at age 34. But there is one more ghost whose story should be told here. It is that of a wounded soldier during the Battle of Harpersbury. Father Costello carried on with services and pastoral duties throughout the battles. Even though the soldiers used the church and the school as makeshifts, hospitals, he provided spiritual supports to those soldiers who were wounded or dying. One such soldier laid the church's lawn, mortally wounded but waiting for the doctor to see him. As the blood drained from his body, stretcher barriers finally carried him inside. Those around him heard his guttural whisper just as he came through the threshold of the church. "Thank God I am saved." Amen. To this day, visitors standing near the church can hear those very words the soldier whispered just before he died. And this is a picture, I guess, of the guy, of Father Costello. And that was the last one. All right, guys, we're going to stop there. We're going to stop and yeah. So the next story for next week we're going to start on is called The Dead Peddler's Warning, and also in Jefferson County. So go ahead and mark that because I keep forgetting where I've left off at. Alright, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put on this makeup eye look. Hopefully I did good. Let me know down in the comments. I don't think it looks that bad. And I hope you guys got a little scared. It wasn't that scary, but, you know, a little more history than being scared. But the crying baby kind of creeped me out. That would scare me. And I hope everybody stays blessed. And I hope everybody stays safe. No matter where you go, no matter where you're at, please stay safe. And I'm hoping to do other states' ghost stories. So I will eventually move on to my next book. I have a state in mind. I've had other people's put in a comment down below if you want me to read about your ghost stories in your state. If you're new here and you would love to hear ghost stories and everything about your state, leave me a comment down below and I will surely do that for you. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And have a great day. And I will be seeing you all in my next video. Have a great day. Have a good night. Hopefully you can sleep tonight. Woo! Bye, everybody. Thank you.